AAA expects a very busy Labor Day weekend to cap off a record-breaking summer travel season.
Right now, we are joined by Elizabeth Carey with AAA. Elizabeth, where is everyone headed?
There's a lot of things going on for this upcoming Labor Day. The last hurrah of summer, right? Your last long weekend. Got to make the most of it. So we're seeing a mix of things. Number one destination. It's going to be surprising some people. It's like Seattle. What's Seattle? It's because so many people going on these Alaskan cruises. So the top international destination is actually Vancouver. So people are trying to make the most of these final cruises to Alaska before that season wraps up, because it's only available in spring and summer. So that's what we're seeing. And what's interesting is Seattle's up 30% from last year, even though it was number one last year.
Now, from Buffalo or from everywhere in the country?
That is from everywhere in the country. Wow. However, we are seeing a lot of Alaska cruises from Buffalo, too.
What do you think the draw is to Alaska?
It's just like that final frontier, that summer bucket list. People couldn't go during the pandemic for a couple of years there, so they lost out on some seasons. So now everyone's trying to get there. And a lot of people do it for like a retirement or a big anniversary or something like that.
This has been a record-breaking travel season. What were some of the trends that we saw? Because we certainly saw people return to the airports and return to the roads in record-breaking numbers.
Yeah, it really has been quite a blockbuster. So what we're seeing now is for Labor Day, domestic travel going to continue to be busy right across the United States, up about 9% compared to last year. So we're seeing people going to the national parks. Locally, we're seeing people going down to the Outer Banks, Myrtle Beach, places like that. Also, as far as road trips go, from Buffalo, a lot of people going to the Finger Lakes, the Thousand Islands, Adirondacks. So that'll continue straight through Labor Day. What's interesting is that international travel is going to be down a little bit for Labor Day, even though it was way up last year. And what we're seeing is the prices are way up with airfare. So that might deter some people. And then people saying, I have to go back to school. We're still seeing a lot of people traveling internationally. Europe, extremely busy, but down a tad compared to last year.
You talk about airfare prices. For anyone who may be hitting the road, what are the expectations as far as gas prices? How do those look right now?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that domestic travel is actually, the prices are down a little bit, because right now gas is about $3.50 a gallon. A year ago it was $3.81, and that's the national price. Here we're hovering around that area too, but 30 cents cheaper than a year ago. That'll make a big difference when you're filling up to take that long road trip.
So summer is, especially in Western New York, the traditional travel season. But what about folks now? They might be thinking about January or February. What are some tips to start booking now for those wintertime travels?
Yes, airfares are out for February break, spring break. This is when the kids are out of school. The prices do go up because they know what the school calendar is like, but you have to get those seats now because they will sell out. So if you can be a little flexible with your dates, maybe leave a day early or stay a day late, you'll get a cheaper price. But people are scooping them up already and booking those Easter flights for sure.
I also saw that AAA is now tracking electric vehicle charging. What are those numbers looking like?
Yeah, so we're starting to add that to our weekly gas report. So many people are thinking about getting an EV or their amount of travel with one and see what the prices are going to be. So we're including level 2 charging, which is really the public charging. So it's just been out for a few weeks right now. But what we're seeing is, that electric vehicle is a bigger investment up front, but you can save on the cost when you compare charging to gas.
And they're building up that network on a daily, weekly, monthly basis now, pretty much all across the country. Elizabeth Carey with AAA, thank you so much for being here.
Sure, safe travels.
Thank you.